What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We're back with another video. This is going to be a high taper. We're not taking anything off the top and we're just fading the sides into the top because he is growing his hair out. He saw my Fury video. If you guys do want to check out that video, I'll have it somewhere on this video where you could click on it. But like I said, we started with a high taper. So we removed his C-cup area. So from the top of his ear all the way to the bottom of his vertical bar. And then we started with the blade completely open, and now we're just working that line out, starting from completely open, halfway, and then completely closed to get that bald guideline completely out. If you can't get it out, go ahead and grab your trimmer after that and hit the bottom line with your trimmer so you get a nice transition. So right here, I'm kind of parting the hair off, the top long hair, keeping that separate, not perfect because he's still growing out the top because he wants that Fury cut, long on top and short on the sides. I'm just trying not to go too much into that, so I'm kind of separating it lightly, and I'm going to be taking some bulk off but blending it into that long hair so that I could let that hair grow and not keep cutting it short. So right here I have a number 3 guard, and I'm scooping out, giving myself enough room so I could blend into that long hair, but also knowing that I'll be blending that taper into a number 3 guard. After that, go ahead and grab your number 2 guard and go right below where you left off with a 3, so that now you're going to be blending into the 2 guard. And we're going behind the ear, taking away some darkness so it's not too heavy back there. Next step is going to be the 1 guard open, and we're blending right into where that 2 guard we left off, keeping everything consistent and just slowly working that line out. After that, we'll close it halfway and then close it all the way until that line is very light, and then we'll come back with our 0 guard because this is the Andes double magnetic guard system. So the next guard after that will be the 0 guard or the half guard or the 1/16 guard depending on where you're from. So like I said, next guard is the 0 guard. This is completely open, so the lever is all the way open at its longest setting. And we're just going to do the same thing. Slowly work it down using corners to hit the darker areas and line it up so that it has a nice smooth transition. And right now I'm just going through all my steps. So I'm just trying to get the steps out of the way as soon as possible and as fast as possible. So then later on I could come back in detail and get it perfected. As you can see, the line is pretty much coming out. Just a few more, probably close it all the way and then just attack that line, or even, take no guard and just use the corners with no guard on there. And if you guys are getting confused with like the guards, since they do look similar, my half guard is missing a little tooth right there, so you could see that that is my half guard. So here I took the guard off, and now I'm just detailing with the lever completely open to close, moving it how I need. And now I'm following up with the trimmer, just to get it nice and smooth. If you guys, make sure to comment down below if you guys need help other ways, if something's not clear, or if you guys have questions, or if you guys have any advice on how to make these tutorials a lot better for you guys and help you guys understand how I fade a lot better. Make sure to comment down below if you guys want it closer, or if you guys want to really see how I'm switching the levers, whatever it may be. Make sure to comment down below. Right now we're just hitting the lineup. I'm pushing the hair up out of the way so I can see what hair hangs over. I believe I'm going to go ahead and use a hair gripper to push the hair out of the way. So now I put the hair gripper in there, and I'm going to line up as natural as possible. As you can tell, it doesn't have like a crazy lineup or too much to touch. You got to just tap the line a little bit to get it nice and sharp. Sorry for the autofocus. Also, don't judge me. I was growing out a mullet, so that's why my neck is looking kind of hurt. Alright, now we're moving on to the back, and it's going to be the same steps. We put our bald guideline in there. Sorry I didn't record that part, but you can see where I had the bald guideline in. A little bit below, where his earlobes are. But we started with, blade completely open, going up about 1 inch, making sure that's nice and consistent. As you can see, the strokes are very consistent and you could clearly see your guideline. You want to make sure you could clearly see it and stay as clean as possible and as consistent as possible. Don't rush things, don't be messy. If you need more time to cut, extend your appointments so that you have more time and you're comfortable and you're not in a rush. Next step is clearing off bulk with our number 3 guard. Now we're taking our number 4 and we're just blending that into the back, because the back could be shorter because the furry cut is actually disconnected from the back and the sides. So I'm not too worried about that as long as the top of the hair is getting longer. So I'm just clearing off bulk right now. Now we're moving on to our number 2 guard and keeping that, around the occipital bone, not going too high, but making sure to blend into it. This is a high taper, so the back is going to be stretched out a little bit more. Now we have our 1 guard completely open and following the same steps. And to be honest, I don't know why I went to the clipper with no guard on first, but I think I just wanted to remove that line just so I had a clearer vision of what I'm doing and not pushing the back taper too high. So I went completely closed with the clipper and then I slowly opened it, and then we'll move on to that 0 guard to finalize the blend. And this isn't perfect, as you can tell. This isn't like, after I do all this, it's pretty good, but it's not flawless yet because I am going to detail, and before I do detail I like to edge up the back neckline just so I could see the canvas a little bit better. So now I'm edging up the back, get it nice and sharp so I could really see the canvas and see where I really need to detail. It makes it a lot easier on your eyes and it helps you step away from the fade real quick, do something else so that when you come back you're really like, oh, I need fade right here, or I need detail right here more. But if you guys are looking for a trimmer that hit, make sure to check out Gamma. They've been innovating and coming out with dope clippers, dope trimmers. This combo right here with Astro's P3 modified blade and the Gammas hit super hard, as you guys can tell, effortlessly just making those lines. You guys can tell right here, look at that. So if you guys do want to check them out, I highly recommend their equipment. I've been using their equipment for the past, ever since they've been around, I think the past 1.5 years. So I'll have the links down below. They also gave me a promo code for you guys. You get 10% off your order if you just use JJ10, so the link will be down below in my description box. This is one of my favorite techniques to do, is scissor over comb. It really helps with the transition, getting it nice and smooth, adds more of a soft touch to the transition and to the haircut. That's been something I've been doing ever since I started barbering. A lot of clients appreciate it. For some reason they feel when people use scissors, it's like, oh wow, use scissors, that's cool. I've never seen a barber use scissors. So that's another way of just standing, different than other barbers and setting yourself apart. After that, we're just gonna go ahead and razor in the lineup, keeping, stretching with our thumb and keeping it all consistent and bringing our razor straight to that line that we created, getting it nice and sharp. Next, we're just moving on to the eyebrows real quick. This is an additional service you could add, and it's an upcharge. You could charge extra $5, $10 depending where you live and how well you do eyebrows. So go ahead and add a light layer of shave gel and then hit the bottom line, keeping it natural. Just pull the eyelid down and you could create a straight line doing that. And then same thing on the top, keep it nice and natural. Just take those extra light hairs that grow out and using your thumb to stretch and get a nice sharp line, but don't make it too sharp or too feminine. You want to keep it as natural as possible to the shape of his eyebrows. Also make sure to go over it multiple times, wiping the excess hair off and then relining it. So here's a little tip that I always tell people: comb the hair to the direction of the lineup. So as you can see, I combed the hair towards the line, and I came back over with my scissors and cut the excess off, so no matter what, the hair will not move past that line that you created. Alright, now to finalize the look, we're going to go ahead and style his hair. And this is a little tip: if you guys do cut the hair properly on the top, you could give your client multiple hairstyles. So right here I was kind of styling it forward and up because I thought that's the style he wanted, because he was growing the hair out. So I was kind of giving him like a faux hawk, kind of like, you know, just a nice up look. But then he tells me that he wanted it more combed over to the side. So as you guys could see soon, you'll see how I went from a textured faux hawk, you know, up style, to a comb over just like that, because the top was cut correctly. In this video I didn't cut it because he's letting grow out, but it was cut previously 2 weeks ago. And look, I could comb it over right to the side, blends in right into the side perfectly, and I have a nice perfect comb over that the client wanted. So make sure to really work on your scissor work so that you could give your client multiple hairstyles, and also educate and teach them on how they could style their hair as well, what products to use, how to use a blow dryer. Give as much value as you can to your clients. Alright, always make sure to finish off with some aftershave since you get close down to the skin. You want to clean the skin and close the pores. But that's it, YouTube. That's the final look. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. If you guys want to give me back any feedback on how I can make better tutorials, go ahead and leave them down below. But that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one, alright?